such a time as this.
And welcome back to For Such a Time as This, the place where there is no such thing as a silent witness. Saw an article the other day. It was entitled, U.S. District Judge Rules Pritzker's Stay-at-Home Order Constitutional. I live in the Socialist Republic of Illinois, and so you had a church that actually filed a restraining order against the governor, the dictator of Illinois, who's trying to tell churches where they can and can't meet, how many, this, that, boom, 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 boom. He's telling churches what they can and can't do. The article goes on and says this. It was in the Chicago Sun-Times. A U.S. district judge issued a ruling Sunday upholding, and that would have been May 3rd, upholding Governor J.B. Pritzker's stay-at-home order for Illinois as constitutional. The beloved Church of Lena, an evangelical church located about 50 miles west of Rockford, had filed a complaint Thursday seeking a temporary restraining order and injunction in the order to resume worship services with its 80 congregants. The Judge John Z. Lee, wrote in a 37-page decision. Lee said that two historical cases, Jacobson versus Massachusetts in 1905 and Prince versus Massachusetts in 1944, which ruled that, quote, a community has the right to protect itself against an epidemic of disease and, quote, the right to practice religion freely does not include liberty to expose the community to communicable diseases. Now, that's what the Judge John Z. Lee wrote. That's what he wrote. The Judge John Z. Lee wrote that. And notice what he did. He cited two cases, Jacobson versus Massachusetts, 1905, and Prince versus Massachusetts in 1944. Where here's what I want to say. If you want to see or rule on what is constitutional or not, maybe you should cite the Constitution. And you see, one of the arguments is, James, you're not a lawyer. James, you didn't go to law school. James, you didn't go to law school. Pastor James, you go to law school. No, well, I see you went to seminary. You didn't go to law school. Excuse me, I don't have to go to law school in order to know how to read and understand the English language. I know what it says, and I don't care what Jacobson, Massachusetts, 1905, or Prince of Massachusetts, 1944 says. I know what the First Amendment says. God, let's read this slowly for Judge John Z. Lee and whoever goes along with him. Congress shall, okay, I know what the word shall means. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. Okay, I know what those words means up to that point. Or prohibiting. I know what prohibiting means. You don't have to go to law school to know what prohibiting means. Or prohibiting the free exercise. I think I know what that concept is. Prohibiting the free exercise. Seems like to me, I didn't go to law school, but it seems like you can't do it. You can't stop people with the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or the press, or the right of the people to peaceably to assemble. Let's see, the right. Okay, I know what that means. Of the people. Okay, I know what people means. Peaceably. I know what peaceably means. To assemble. That means to gather. Yeah, I think I know what that means. I didn't go to law school, but I think I can read. And let me give you this. If I want to know what ice cream Johnny likes, If Johnny is around, I go ask Johnny. I don't go ask Sue and Bob over here. Hey, Sue, Bob, what ice cream does Johnny like? If I can go directly to the source, and if it's clear what the source means, I think it's prohibit the free exercise thereof. Yeah, I think the meaning is clear. So if I want to figure out what the Constitution says as it pertains to the free exercise of religion and for people to gather for church, I think it's best for me to go straight to the Constitution. But people, we've been saying this and for such a time as this from the beginning. It's about exercising power. And here's what's going on. I saw a clip, I think I actually used it, a clip from 1984. It is perfect. It is depicting those with power in government, what they are saying and doing to us. Let me stop talking. Let me play the clip.
Do you remember writing in your diary, freedom is the freedom to say 2 + 2 = 4?
Yes.
How many fingers am I holding up, Winston?
4.
And if the party says there are not 4, but 5, then how many?
5.
No. That's no use. You're lying. How many fingers, please?
4. What else can I say? 5, 4, anything you like. Only please stop it. Stop the pain.
Just stop the pain. Whatever you want. Freedom is the freedom to say 2 + 2 is 4. And in our case, freedom is the freedom to say, I know what the First Amendment says. I know constitutionally that the governor of Illinois and the governor of Hawaii, Georgia, Arizona, all of them, that the governors, and dare I say the president and the Congress, does not have the power to tell the church how to practice religion. Forget social distancing. If you want to social distance, that should be left up to the free people of the United States of America. But the government, no government, has the right to tell the church what to do, how to do it, drive-in services, not to drive in, social distance, 6 feet. If we want to sit in each other's laps, the Constitution gives us the right. And I don't care what judge cites, how many case law doesn't trump the Constitution itself. But we're no longer free. We are no longer free to say 2 + 2 is 4. And I don't need a law degree to understand what the Constitution says. Look, if you want to social distance, if you want to wear a mask, if you want to do all those things, it's up to you. You can do it. No one's upset at you. But when the government starts telling you, we have a problem. Which leads us to really ask, in the United States of America, are we even still free?
For such a time as this,